musical that's about marriages, and this one guy who's, I think it's his 35th birthday, and all of his friends are at his house for a party, and all of them are married, and he's reflecting on the fact that he is not.
And when you pop out over there, same deal. Like, literally make people pee in their pants. Scare them. Huzzah!
I had a really good mentor at my first school. He was the choir teacher there and had been for a long time. And he recommended that I make sure I spend time feeding my own soul, or just finding art and culture and community to participate in, and that would be as valuable to my teaching as spending that time obsessing over the details of teaching.
If I got a chick for you, wait till you meet her. If I got a chick for you, boy, oh boy, smart! She's into all those exotic mistakes, the Kama Sutra and Chinese techniques. I heard she knows more than 74. Call me tomorrow if you're still alive.
So, Sailor Suits. This was us in a musical in my hometown called Honk, which is a children's musical that retells the Ugly Duckling story. And I played the Ugly Duckling. Like, all my siblings were children, so it looked especially ridiculous and goofy, and that was the point. And Celine played my love interest. But no, in the past I've always had a character role, so I didn't really get to spend quite as much time like hanging out with the community when other people were acting. So it's nice to have a little bit more downtime in this show, especially because we're doing this show to meet people in town. Well, that wasn't what I was like interested in doing in college. It was just a thing I did in a couple of classes. More like a hobby or just like another part of my life, but it was not the main focus at all. I first went to school for music ed, didn't love music but loved ed, and transferred to Iowa for psychology, thinking I could take the ed interest in a different direction since I wasn't sure I liked any subject enough to want to teach it that much, but then I also started taking, like as a minor or maybe as a double major, I started taking a couple English classes and really, really loved them. So I switched back to English ed and then finished that way. And when you don't feel pain, it is very hard to sympathize, Kevin, with those who do. It's really hard to imagine their experiences, Mallory. It's hard to imagine someone else's pain and to really sympathize with them instead of just being like, yeah, you seem in pain. It's hard to like really empathize, to imagine, to viscerally feel it yourself. So John Green says, and we're such language-based creatures that to some extent we cannot know what we cannot name. And the bit with my married couple is that we seem very, very happy, but are getting divorced.
We're getting divorced!
Oh! I'm so surprised. Well, I'm sure you two will work it out.
But are thrilled about it and still living together and still parenting together. And in the 70s, that was very risque when this musical was written.
Divorce? You're not married now?
Not since the divorce.
Oh. I flew down to Mexico, and it is absolutely sensational down there. It is so terrific. I phoned Susan to come down and join me.
Do you have like your own solo?
Not really. I sing like a duet-y kind of song.
With your wife?
No, with another, like a group of men.
Men.
Yes, it's basically that.
Wait till you meet her. I gotta go for you, boy. In your shoes, what I wouldn't give. I mean, the freedom to
What's her wife's role in this?
She plays a person who's terrified to get married on her wedding day. Her song is very intense, very long, and rap.
Pardon me, is everybody there? Because if everybody's there, I want to thank you all for coming to the wedding. I'd appreciate you going even more. I know you must have lots of better things to do, and not a word of it to Paul. Remember, Paul, you know the man I'm going to marry, but I'm not because I wouldn't ruin anyone as wonderful as he is. But I thank you all for the gifts and the flowers. Thank you all. Now it's back to the showers. Don't tell Paul, but I'm not getting married today.
It's a lot of time. It's a really, really, really serious time commitment to be a teacher. And then acting on top of it adds a lot because it sometimes is 3 hours every night, or most nights of the week. But it feels like necessary time.
Oh man, you're gonna get this on camera. I love all my children. They're fabulous. They never anger me.
That was perfect timing.
Acting.
Yeah.
Knock, knock, is anybody there? Knock, knock, it really isn't fair. Knock, knock, I'm working on my charms. Knock, knock, a zombie's in my arms. Oh, that sweet affection, what is wrong? Where's the loose connection? Oh no, oh Lord, how long? Bobby, baby, Bobby, Bobby, Bobby.
So you had called about the North Liberty Transportation Assistance Program. Have you gone online and seen the application process or any of the information there? Or, well, you don't have to. You can come in and see me and we'll fill out an application here at City Hall. I went to school. I had kids. I got married. You know, did all those things. And when kids are small, it's not very easy to have extracurricular activities unless they're done at home. That's Nick. He's in college right now. He just started at Iowa. He's in his second semester. He's studying computer science. And then my other son, Max, he's 17. When I started, they were older and doing their own thing and school sports and girls and friends, so they were occupied with that. And then Viola is my daughter. She's 8, and she's my mini-me. So she's the extrovert, who's very much my personality. When I started, she just kind of started coming with me to rehearsals. She was, okay, so that would be 2016, so she would have been like 5, almost 5. And then after a few shows, she joined me. Oh, I guess on my 5th show. So she did her first show with me in December 2017. So it's been nice because then she's latched onto that. And then that's my boyfriend, Matt. We've been together 1 year and 3 months. Spouses or partners of theater doers, both on production side and actors. We call them theater widows.
We never got married. Why did you never ask me?
You want to marry me?
I did. In the beginning I did, honestly, but I don't know. I didn't think you would.
Oh, I would. I never understood why you never asked me.
Do it.
Well, I was getting divorced. And you know, when you're married to someone and you're focused on kids and not yourself, I felt like I was left without a community, or I don't have any family nearby, so I needed like a new friends circle, essentially. And I love to sing. I mean, I was always good at it. It was, you know, when you're a kid and you're good at something, you get a lot of praise for it and recognition. And so I needed a little bit of that, like, reassurance that I'm talented and I have something to offer other than just being a mom.
You're crazy. You're a lovely person. You're truly deeply majestic, never to be trusted. Crazy person yourself. Bobby is my hobby
right, I'm giving it up. I also think it's really important to not, put all of your identity in one basket. So I'm more than just a mom or an employee. I have a lot of personality and a lot of interests, and I try to just do those, I guess. Do as much as I can. That's important to not be like, well, I'm old now, I'm just gonna go to work and do my job and then go home and watch TV. That's just, I can't, that's not living. Find a hobby, find something you like.